Today we'll work with solving one-step algebraic equations. First, let's start with the definition of equation. An equation is a number sentence with an equal sign. An expression is a number sentence with no equal sign. Inverse operations are the opposite operation. Maybe you can think inverse is like reverse. So the opposite of adding is subtracting. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. The opposite of squaring something is to take the square root. So in order to solve these, we're going to use the inverse operations. So remember what we do. Divide the problem in half at the equal sign. You're going to choose a letter side and a number side. On these problems, it's pretty clear which is the letter side. It's the side that has the letter. Then, in the end, what you want to have is a variable, like y, equal to some number. So anything that's on the wrong side needs to go to the other side. So this +9, it's not a letter. It's not an ABC. It needs to go to the other side of the equal sign. In order to do that, you will use the inverse or opposite operation. What is the inverse operation or opposite operation of +9? -9. Now, to keep these two sides equal, you need to do the same thing to both sides. If you subtract 9 from the left, you must also subtract 9 from the right. Draw your line and add those in columns. The y just drops down. A +9 and a -9, that turns to 0, which is what you wanted it to do. You wanted it to go away. Your equal drops down, and then just do what it says here. Don't overthink this. It's just 12 minus 9. 12 minus 9 is 3. Leave a space here. We'll come back and we'll check those later. All right, give number 2 a try. Divide it in half at the equal sign. Choose your letter side and your number side. Now circle what's on the wrong side. And notice how I circled what's out in front? You want to circle that plus with the 3. Now you do the opposite operation of +3. The opposite operation is -3. Draw your line and add these in columns. This is a -8 and a -3. It's kind of like if you owe your mom $8 and you owe your dad $3. Together, you owe them $11. Your equal drops down and the y drops down. The +3 and the -3, those cancel. Final answer, y equals -11. And again, leave some space and we'll check it later. All right, repeat with number 3. A little bit of a different scenario here. Can you see what's different? And can you adapt? Divide it, letters and numbers. What's on the wrong side? -7. How do you get rid of -7? Do the opposite operation. What's the opposite of -7? +7. Do the same to both sides. Now add those in your columns. Y drops down. 7's cancel. This is like owing $15 and having 7. Once you pay that person $7, they're going to say you still owe me 8. Final answer. All right, give number 4 a try. Divide it in half. Letters, numbers. What's on the wrong side? -9. How do you get rid of -9? +9. Do the same to both sides. Add those in columns. This is like owing $3 and having $9. You give them $3, and what do you have left? You have $6 left, and you don't owe it, you have it. Then y drops down, 9 and a minus 9 turns to 0. Final answer. Now let's check these. Check y equals minus 3. To do that, you're going to plug it into your original problem. So in that spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is 3 plus 9 equal to 12? It is. 12 equals 12, so you know that answer is correct. Go ahead and check number 2. Write the original problem. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. See if it's true. Is negative 8 equal to negative 11 plus 3? It is. So I know my answer is correct. Okay, let's check number 3. Write the original problem. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is negative 8 minus 7 equal to negative 15? Remember, add a line, change the sign. Yep, negative 15 is equal to negative 15. Let's check number 4. Write your original problem. The original problem is right there. In the spot marked y in your original problem, put the value that you found. Is it true? Add a line, change the sign. It's like having $6 owing 9. Yeah, negative 3 is negative 3. So we know our answer is correct. Turn the page. Okay, try number 5. Divide it in half with the equal sign. Do your letters and your numbers. What's on the wrong side? The 4. What is the operation between 4 and y? It's not written, but it's understood that it is times. What is the opposite operation of times? It's to divide. And when we divide with a bar. And make sure that you divide both sides. Now over here, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So you're left with 1y. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. And 1y is just y. It's not 0y, it's 1y. It's understood that there's 1y there. If I asked a kindergartner, how many y's are there? They would say there's 1. So there's 1y here. That's your final answer. Now to check it, you would go back to the original problem. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. This is times. Is 4 times a negative 3 equal to negative 12? Yes, it is. So our final answer is y is negative 3. So go ahead and try number 6. Divide it, letters and numbers. What's on the wrong side? That minus 3. What's the operation between minus 3 and y? It's times. What's the opposite operation of times? Divide. Make sure you do the same to both sides. Now remember, when you have a minus, and you're dividing or multiplying, you can change those to a plus. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. And over here it works the same way. Minus a minus turns to plus a plus. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 1y is y. Final answer. Now to check it, go back to the original problem. The original problem was negative 15 is equal to negative 3y. Now in the spot marked y, put the value that you found. The value that you found is 5. This is times. Negative 15 is equal to times that together, negative 15. So you know your answer is correct. All right, let's give number 7 a try. Divide it, letters, numbers. We want only ABCs here, only 1, 2, 3s here. What's on the wrong side? That 4. Now, what does that bar mean? Which operation is it? That bar means divide. So the opposite operation of dividing is to times. 4 over 4 is 1. So this is 1y. 12 times 4 is 48. And remember, 1y is just y. Final answer. Okay, to check this, write your original problem. Y over 4 is 12. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is 48 divided by 4 equal to 12? Yes. 12 equals 12. So you know you got your answer right. All right, let's give number 8 a try. Divide it. Letters. Numbers. What's on the wrong side? -3. What operation is this? It's divide. What's the opposite operation of divide? Times. Now, multiply those out. This is -3 over -3y. That's 1y. And 1y is just y. Go ahead and check it. Write the original problem. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is 16 equal to -48 over -3? Remember, you change that to plus a plus. And yeah, 48 divided by 3, that's 16. So you know you got it right. All right, turn the page. Okay, on number 9, we need to simplify this before we begin. So, where it says minus a minus, you need to change that to a plus, and then erase the plus. Now you're ready to begin. Divide it in half at the equal sign, letters and numbers. What's on the wrong side? +11. Notice how I circle the plus with the 11. What's the operation of the opposite operation of +11? Yep, -11. Do the same to both sides. Add those in columns. Y drops down. +11 and -11 is 0. A -6 and a -11 is like you owe your mom $6, you owe your dad $11, so all together you owe them 17. Now to check it, go back and rewrite the original problem. Whoops, minus a -11. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is -17 minus a -11 equal to -6? Change that to plus. Is -17 plus 11 equal to -6? I can see that it is, so I'm done. I know that this is my answer. All right, let's give number 10 a try. Divide it in half at the equal sign. Letters, numbers. What's on the wrong side? That 9 is on the wrong side. But what's the opposite of 9? What is the sign out in front? It's a plus. If it was a minus, it would be written there. But it is a plus. So what's the opposite of +9? -9. Do the same to both sides. See that plus right there? It needs to drop down with the y. If it was a minus, it would be a big deal. If it's a plus, it's not as big of a deal, but you want to be in practice for when it is a minus so that you recognize it. And if you owe 8 and you owe 9, together you owe 17. So final answer, y is -17. Let's check that one. 9 plus y is -8. In the spot marked y, put the value that you found. Is 9 plus a negative 17 negative 8? I can see that it is. Negative 8 is negative 8. So I know that answer is correct. All right. Take a look at number 11. I'm going to do our letter side, number side. What's on the wrong side? Well, that is on the wrong side because we need y is equal to some number, not negative y is equal to some number. What number is that negative? Is it negative 5? Is it negative 2? Is it negative 0? No, that number is negative 1y. So, what's on the wrong side? Negative 1. What operation is in between negative 1 and y? It's times. So how do you get rid of negative 1? Divide. And you get negative 1 over negative 1 is y. 6 divided by negative 1 is negative 6. Final answer. And you want to check ones like this. When you check it, you write the original problem exactly as you saw it. Now, in the spot marked y, put the value that you found. You get negative 6 is 6. Is that true? Yes, it is, because that turns to a plus. All right. Now, don't freak out on number 12 because there's a fraction. You got this. Divide it in half at the equal sign. Do your letter side, number side. What's on the wrong side? That 2/3. How will you get rid of it? Opposite operation. What is the operation right here in between the 2/3 and the y? It's times. So how do you get rid of it? You will divide by 2/3, and you will divide this by 2/3. Now, when you do division of fractions, you actually multiply by the reciprocal. Remember that? You flip it upside down. It's like multiplying by, I call it the refliprical because it flips upside down. So that would be 3/2. So you can actually, at the beginning, instead of dividing by 2/3, you can multiply by the reciprocal. And when you do that, you multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. You will get 6 over 6y. And then over here, put the 12 over 1, multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom, and you will get 36 over 2. 6 over 6 is 1y. 1y is just regular y. And 36 divided by 2 is 18. Final answer. How do you check this? Write the original problem. 2/3 y is 12. In the spot marked y, put the value of 18. Is 2/3 times 18 equal to 12? Put the 18 over 1. Multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. You get 36 over 3. Is that 12? Yes, it is. Pretty cool how that works out. We know that's the answer. All right, last page, last problem. Give it a try. You could divide by 2/5, but it's faster if you multiply by the reciprocal because that's what you do anyways. Whoops, multiply by the reciprocal. So, straight across the top and bottom, you get 10 over 10y. Over here, I have negative 20 times 5 over 2. I'm going to put that over 1. Multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 10 over 10 is 1y. So y is equal to negative 50. Final answer. Let's check it. 2/5 y is negative 20. Put the value of negative 50 in the spot marked y. put negative 50 over 1, times it straight across the top, straight across the bottom. Is negative 100 divided by 5 negative 20? Yes, it is. Negative 20 is negative 20. So we know our answer is correct. Have a great day, Math 8.